In this tutorial, we'll show you how to get started with Alibaba Cloud's ApsaraDB for Memcache SDK with NodeJS. Alibaba Cloud ApsaraDB for Memcache is an in-memory caching service that supports high-speed access to queries and web application session data. It improves the response of dynamic websites by relieving the load on the backend database. Before we can set up an ApsaraDB Memcache instance, we need to create a VPC with an ECS instance. Create a VPC with vSwitch in your favorite region. Make a note of the CIDR block you will use to whitelist access for the Alibaba Cloud ApsaraDB Memcache application. Create an ECS instance on the VPC. For the tutorial's purposes, we will create an ECS instance with an Ubuntu Linux OS. Set a password for the root user so we can access the instance on the command line. Check the configuration details, agree to the terms, and create the instance. In the ECS Instance Details page, click Connect. A new browser window opens, and you will see a pop-up window with your connection password. Make a note of it. You will be prompted for the password to access the UI terminal window. Once you are in, log in with the username and password you set when you created the ECS instance. You should be successfully logged in now. If you prefer to access the instance via a terminal window, we have to create a public elastic IP address and bind it to the instance. Bind the EIP to the ECS instance and make a note of the IP address. Let's install everything we need on the Ubuntu OS ECS instance. First, let's do the requisite Ubuntu OS updates. Type apt-get update. Type apt-get upgrade. Type apt-get dist-upgrade. Now, let's install NodeJS and npm on the ECS instance. Type apt-get install NodeJS. Type apt-get install npm. Now we can use the Node Package Manager to install the Alibaba Cloud SDK. Type npm install ALIYUN-SDK. Now we're ready to set up the ApsaraDB Memcache instance on the ECS instance we have just created. Go to ApsaraDB for Memcache in the Products page. Create Instance. In the Configuration Details page, attach the instance to the VPC you created previously and click Buy Now. Agree to terms and activate. In the ApsaraDB for Memcache page, you will see the ApsaraDB instance being created. Now you have to whitelist the CIDR IP range so that you can access the Memcache application on the instance. However, for testing purposes, you can whitelist all IP addresses with 0.0.0.0/0. To specify specific IPs or CIDR blocks, go into the ApsaraDB instance details. Go to Whitelist Settings. Click Add a whitelist group. In the whitelist group, add the IP address or CIDR segment from the VPC. This will allow us to connect to the ApsaraDB Memcache instance running on the ECS. After you click OK, you will be able to see the ApsaraDB instance connection information on the Instance Details page. Make a note of the connection address. In a terminal window, type cd to the node_memcached directory on the ECS instance. Create a new JavaScript file in the directory. Here, I've called the file helloworld.js. Fill out the details. Run helloworld.js with Node and note the successful addition of the key/value pair hello/world via the memcached.add function. In the Alibaba Cloud ApsaraDB for Memcache instance details, there is a tab for backing up your Memcache instances. That's the end of this video. You now know how to get started with Alibaba Cloud's ApsaraDB for Memcache SDK with Node.js. Thanks for watching.